All right, we're here with Mr. Collins, who is our food service director and our transportation director. Mr. Collins, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. My name's Brian Collins. Lived here in the district all my life. I'm an Eastern alumni, class of '83. Attended Ohio University for 4 years with a bachelor's degree in communications. Graduated there in '87. Worked in radio for about a 10-year period, and then moved on to Pepsi and spent 22 years there in sales and management. And then recently, in 2017, decided to step away from the corporate world and come back home, a little bit closer to home, and a little bit more reasonable hours, and really enjoy what I'm doing here, working with the kids and the parents and students and staff at Eastern local schools.
Good. So first off, let's talk about the cafeteria part. I've noticed at lunch you guys have a lot more fresh vegetables. Looking good this year.
Yeah, that's one thing that we've tried to focus on this year, is to do more with DoD fresh fruits and vegetables. Basically what that is the Department of Defense supplies school districts with, they can take their allotment of commodity dollars for the year. Let's say for Eastern Local, our commodity dollar allotment is right around, $25,000 usually. And you can break that up and spend it in different ways. So one of the best ways to do it is to make the spend on fresh fruits and vegetables, because the trade-off is basically no cost.
Okay.
Although you are utilizing your commodity usage and the dollars, for you, there's no additional cost attached to that item. So we're trying to find new and innovative ways to do things. Some of those that we do have planned here for the future, we're waiting on some equipment to come in right now. A couple of blenders that I purchased that are going to be used to make smoothies for breakfast in the morning, and possibly for some other meals throughout the day. So that's just one example. And then trying to, make a nice presentation with fresh fruits and vegetables, and then also cooking more from scratch. I think you're going to see some stuff this year. Just the other day, we had fresh pico de gallo that was made here with DoD foods, and really tasty.
Yeah, I heard that was really good.
And so, yeah, we've had some successes. Not to say that we haven't had a clunker here and there. So you're going to run into that.
Yep.
And that probably runs right into the challenges that we've had with the supply chain. And that's, that's across the United States and across the world. That has affected us too. And we do ask the parents and the students for their patience as we try to make some substitutions and adjust on the fly with our menu items and some of our planned meals, because some items we just can't get.
Yeah.
And it just happens to be that some of those are the most popular items with the kids. Even pizza, frozen pizza. So we've had to step back, thank heavens for Nichols Bread Company, bring them in to supply our bread products, and then make pizza, basically pizza bread or pizza subs from scratch. So that's just one example. And I gotta apologize. We had trouble getting tortilla chips, of all things, and we ordered some of the chips that actually were supposed to be fried. Well, we don't fry foods here at the school, so we did an experiment that probably didn't turn out too well, and baked the chips. So they were a little on the limp side, so to speak. And I know that the kids were pretty critical of that. So we apologize for that.
Yeah.
It won't happen again. But that's just some of the challenges that we're going through here in the
Right.
food service business.
I know I've talked to you several times, and you just, with the supply chains that we are for everything across the country, it just seems like you guys have, like everybody, just kind of had to adapt. And I've been really impressed with some of the stuff you guys have done. So I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I'll give you an example. Today I'm working on orders this morning, and what would typically take me about an hour to do an order for next week takes me the full day.
Yeah.
To search and find the substitutes and try to make sure that we're getting something to put in
Right.
the students' bellies.
Just got to piece it together.
Yep.
Talk a little bit about lunch cost this year.
We're fortunate. Since last year, matter of fact, a little bit before, with the oncoming of COVID and that thing, we were able to apply and receive funding through the National School Lunch Program to provide free lunches and free breakfast to everyone in the community, as a matter of fact. Not just here at school for the students, but any child that is, let's say, a year to 18 years old. If you let us know, you can stop by the school here and pick up a meal for your student if you happen to be homeschooling, or if you happen to have a 1 through 18-year-old at home. You'd like to be able to feed them a hot meal. Give us a call at the office. You can come pick it up between 10 and 12:30 during the day. We'll be glad to provide that for you. So again, every student gets a free meal this year, free breakfast and free lunch, and we're excited about that. And we think it's a great thing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Switch gears here a little bit. Any bus updates that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I know. We've went through our share of illness here at the school, and it has been a challenging year so far. We kind of opened up in the summer thinking, man, we're going to be on a fresh foot, get a nice start, and jump right into it. And the next thing you know, you've got people out sick. So we've been trying to play catch up with the busing too, and we've had a lot of substitute drivers have to come in short notice, be able to adjust on the fly and try to get directions or have me provide them for them and try to run the routes and do the best that we can. We've also been minus our bus mechanic who's been out some time now with an extended illness. So that has caused some bus substitutions that have affected our routing and the way we conduct business, and also affects the application that we put into use this year, where the parents can actually follow the bus that their child is on. A key in that is knowing what bus is on the route, what number of bus. So sometimes when you have to make that last minute substitution, I may miss it or not have a chance to get the system corrected so it reflects on your end as a parent. Apologize for that, but we've had some delays. I think we've got things kind of ironed out now. We're pretty static as far as the buses go and the routes that they travel, as well as the drivers. So I think you'll see a lot more consistency here in the future.
Yep. One thing I feel like I had to mention here is bus driver substitutes or cooks that could substitute.
Oh, great.
We're always looking for those. What would that process look like if somebody's interested in doing that?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Matter of fact, you can stop up to the administration offices in Tuppers Plains. All you need to do is let the girls at the office know you're interested in either being a sub cook or sub bus driver. Just fill out the application. I'll get it, give you a call, bring you in for an interview, and we'll take next steps from there.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to add, Mr. Collins?
I think that's it, Nick. I appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys.